Hey guys, welcome back to Relatable Nerds. Kyra here, and today we are going to be watching something very, very exciting. We have our first official look at the Daredevil Born Again trailer. Now this is going to be hitting Disney Plus Tuesday, March 4th. I can't wait. We still have a couple months until the release date, but I am so excited that we're finally getting a trailer. Matt Murdock and Kingpin are back. So we know that the last Daredevil show that was on Netflix, the last season of that premiered in 2018. So a lot of time has passed since then. We have seen Daredevil and Kingpin in multiple different TV shows since then. We saw Daredevil most recently in Echo. We also got to see him in She-Hulk. I know, save your opinions. You either liked it or you hated it, or kind of both. We also saw Matt Murdock himself in No Way Home when he spoke to Peter Parker. So that was one of my favorite parts of No Way Home. So we've seen him pop in various places thus far, and we're finally going to be returning to his own show, which I'm so incredibly excited for because of the characters, the cast, and a lot of these villains that are going to be coming into play with this new season. Kingpin, of course, is also very much going to be here. We last saw him in the Echo TV show. I really enjoyed Echo. I thought that was such a fun show. I hope maybe we'll even get to see Echo in this series as well. There's so many different opportunities for so many different things to happen, so many doors to open with different MCU characters, because everything that happened in that Daredevil show is now canon. It's a part of the MCU. So I'm super excited to see where they go with Matt Murdock and Kingpin in the future in this Phase 5 part of the MCU. So without further ado, let's check out this trailer.
Thank you for finding the time.
I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his
We
city.
saw that coming.
I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
The city can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
Mind putting that energy down?
Yes.
I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
Wow. What a trailer. Kingpin is mayor. Let's just let that sink in. That is terrifying considering all of the events that happen in the Daredevil show. We all know how incredibly dangerous, violent, brutal, and insane Kingpin is. To see him in a position of power and pretty much fooling the entire city into thinking that he's fit for that job. It's just terrifying to see those kind of people get into power. So we got to see the Kingpin and downtown on all the billboards and all the signs and everything. You saw that Kingpin was elected mayor, and he's sitting in there at that diner very low key with Matt Murdock. It appears that Matt Murdock did call that meeting for them because he did say, you know, I'm grateful you took the time to meet me. So that's interesting in itself. And then while they continued their conversation, we do realize that Matt Murdock has taken some time off from being Daredevil. Kingpin asked him himself, why did you take time off from being, your vigilante self? And Matt replies with, a line was crossed. Now, this could mean many things. I'm leaning towards that something unfortunate happened to Matt. He may have lost somebody that was incredibly close to him. I know there's a lot of rumors going around right now that it is potentially Foggy who is going to be the victim in this situation, which is absolutely heartbreaking. But we do have to remember that they have rewritten this show a couple different times. And originally they weren't going to include Foggy or Karen in this series, and they were going to unalive them off of the show. It wasn't even going to happen on the show, but then because they saw the response of all the fans, they decided to bring them back. And it makes the most sense that something would happen to Foggy, because we do see Karen throughout the trailer in different points. We see her dressed up in black in a courtroom at one point, which maybe could allude to some sort of funeral or something happening, which is absolutely heart-wrenching. But we did get to see a couple new villains in the trailer as well. Muse is going to be one of the main villains in this series. It looks like he's making Kingpin's life a living hell. He's a very sadistic way of unaliving people. He also draws like all of these murals and stuff, and it looks like he's going around the city and drawing all of these murals of Kingpin and kind of like signaling him out, maybe trying to give the city a heads up on who he is. We also got to see another villain in there, the White Tiger, who is going to come into play throughout this series as well. I'm sure there's going to be more villains too, but those are the two we really got a good look at. Oh, we also did get to see Bullseye there for just a split second too. There's going to be some menacing things going on per usual. We also got John Bernthal returning as the Punisher. We saw him and Matt Murdock together, and Matt's like, can you put the hatchet down? And the Punisher is like, I don't want to let go of this. I don't trust you. The true frenemy relationship they have. I'm super excited to see John Bernthal back in action. The Punisher show, while it may have not been my favorite Netflix Marvel show, John Bernthal is such a great casting as Punisher, and I really like to see him with Daredevil, and I'm super excited for what they end up doing together. Oh, it looks like Matt Murdock is probably going to be returning to his Daredevil role, obviously, at some point throughout this season. I don't think it's going to be like that in the beginning of the series, more so towards maybe the middle or end. He's going to start putting on the mask again and, return to his old roots. But clearly he's kind of hesitant about doing that. And, I'm fingers crossed. I'm one of those hopeless MCU people who just loves to see any random superheroes or friends show up. So fingers crossed that maybe we'll get some type of cameo in here. I'd love to see She-Hulk. I'd love to see Echo. I would even love to see Spider-Man. There's a lot of potential different storylines that could happen within this series, and I'm super, super excited for it. Daredevil Born Again is hitting Disney Plus Tuesday, March 4th. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you thought of this trailer and if you guys are excited to watch the show. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.